Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this. Another day in which actually I feel kind of bad about this, but I have a little dust mop in my hands. And he's covered in bedding again. And still, I keep trimming his fur. I mean, you can't really see it. I got most of it out. You can, of course. I got most of the bedding out of his fur when I picked him up. But I got to trim him down again because he's a dust mop. I feel bad about it because he was not asleep, but he was in his nest and moving around. So he was awake. I didn't wake him up. Whoopsie, little guy, I'm sorry. I didn't wake him up or anything, but I got him out of his cage, his home, dug him out of his nest. I feel bad about that. So I'm going to put the little guy back away, but I wanted to show you that he's still okay. He's still a cutie. Here we go, little guy. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. There we go. I like having bins because they're bigger than the tiny cages. I didn't know so much for so long. So having bin cages for my little guys is awesome. And then number two, they're easy to just reach in and then scoop and pick them up. And that's good too. Like little Gojira down here, all I have to do when she's close is just lean down and pick her up. And then little Saber's right here, but her home is on the far side, so she gets up and wanders around and then gets up to eat, drink and eat, and I see her and I pick her up periodically, but she's way over there and she keeps her nest way over there. So I'd like to show her off more, but she's hard to get to. And as much as I dug him out of his nest, out of his home this morning, I try not to do that because I want them to know that their home, their nest is safe. So digging them out of their nest just shows them they're not safe, and that just, everybody likes to feel secure, even critters. So Dr. Snurf is still okay. He's just fine in his bin home across the room and against the wall. He keeps moving his thing around. Thigmo is still with me, at least as of yesterday. The day before, I had not seen him for like 24 hours. And I was really, really worried that I was going to find him all cold and hard down in his cage, his home. But I got a ruler. This ruler here that I used to keep the lid of this one up, I picked that up, moved the bins on top, and then saw his nest, and then moved some stuff around so I could see, because I could see his little body inside of there. But then as I moved it, he poked his head up and looked around, and I went, "Oh, I'm sorry," because he moved quickly, he wasn't shaking. And then pretty soon, I mean, he's not doing it now, but I heard someone drinking, so I wasn't sure who it was. But then yesterday, he was up and running around. So hamsters, like anybody who gets older, like anything that gets older, they sleep a lot when they get older. So he spends most of his time just sleeping in his nest. He's really, really close. He must have, trying to check my chair to make sure it's at least semi-centered behind me so my back is doing okay. But I can't remember exactly where I was on the trail, but he's doing well. He's eating, he's drinking, he's running around, he's moving, just sleeping most of the time. And then, soon I'm going to actually go, gosh, I haven't seen him for 24 hours. And then he will be cold and hard. And then I'll cry. I cry over the loss of all my pets, so. I mean, my throat just thickened up there. My voice got worse because of a flood of fluid up there just thinking about it. My sinuses are starting to fill up, and I can feel fluid getting ready to be sad inside of here. So, yay! I have always worn my heart on my sleeve and been rarely able to control my emotions that way. Got better through time, but that was mostly because of my depression and such. But now that I've been going to therapy, This is one of the reasons I find it so hard to do reactions of anything. I can react really easily to the cringe stuff, to the horror stuff, to the stuff that makes you laugh, to stuff that isn't really deep. And I can react to that because I'm not having to let my armor down. I can just see this stuff and go, oh, that's funny, or oh, that's awful, or oh my God, that car, or oh, I wish that. And that's fine. Reacting to songs, you have to let stuff in so that you can react and feel to it. And still now, I mean, I don't know if you heard it, but I sure felt it just thinking about my poor little hamster and his age and what's going to happen. But you have to let your armor down so that you can feel the stuff coming in if you want to properly react. But when I let my armor down to let stuff in, I don't have any space for it to come in, because when the armor comes down, everything, 35 years worth of stuff that's been simmering and just tamped down and held down and not dealt with, it's still flooding outward. So I let my armor down and there's no way for the song to get in. I let my armor down and it just gets washed away because of everything coming out in this direction. So that's the biggest reason I don't do song reactions right now. Number two is, unfortunately, with the YouTube copyright system, and it's not YouTube's fault. They are constrained by law and copyright law and corporations. And right now, copyright abuse is horrific on the platform. So if you use any copyrighted material at all, bang, you don't get paid for it. Every single day, I get 1 or 2 notices about more videos of mine being copyright claimed in the past. Every single day, as the corporations go through and scour everybody's videos going, okay, we've got 5 billion coming in this year, but we need $5 billion and $2. Go through, check this, and claim every single thing you can. And so they do that. It's not just me, it's every single person out there, but that's what they do. You can have 2 seconds worth of somebody driving by in a car with a song playing on the radio, and that's going to get your entire video claimed, and all the revenue from that goes to the people that distribute that song. So it's rough. And people are just using that system and abusing that system badly. So I am struggling financially. If it wasn't for your help out there right now, I'd probably be homeless and worse right now. It's that bad. And I appreciate all the help from every single person out there. So I can't afford to make videos that I don't get paid for. As much as I would love to do stuff like reactions, even if I could, I don't get paid for them. And spending a day or such making a reaction video to something that I'm not going to get paid for, when I could make a video that I'm not going to get paid much for, but I will get something, economically, especially what's happening right now, I can't afford to not. So, thumbs up on that. Such is life, though. I mean, such is life. But I still want to keep reacting to the Reddit stuff. And I want to keep doing new and different things, because I have new and what I think are interesting ideas for things. But my biggest problem is, number one, my fibro and more. Because my rechargeable batteries, again, when I wake up at the beginning of the day, you know, normal people in that 80% who don't have a chronic condition that just weakens and fatigues you, you know, you go to bed and your battery recharges, you know, anywhere from 80 to 100%. When I go to bed, because I've got pain issues, because I have pain-related insomnia, because I just have all these horrible things going on inside of my body, my battery charges 30 to 40%. And then I work from there. I can push sometimes. Like if I really need to do something, I can push through it. And then I am wasted for the rest of the day and most of the next. So I'm doing what I can, but there's a limit. So I'm trying, but that's why I find it even so hard to write, because I've mentioned with the fibro fog, you have to fight through it. I have the fatigue that goes with all this physically and such. Just leaning forward and typing is exhausting. Thinking is exhausting. Remember, your brain uses 20 to 30% of all the energy that comes into your body just to exist. And if you think hard about something, like you have to do if you're writing or such, you use up more energy. Your brain can use up to 50% of all the energy, all the calories, all of the nutrients that comes into your body. That's a lot of work. That's exhausting. And I'm already exhausted before I even start. So I'm trying. I'm doing my best. I mean, the one thing that really makes me both sad and at least other people are able to do it. I mean, it's exemplified by this one fellow. I think he's like, I can't remember his name, and I'm sorry about that. He's an electrician. He teaches about electricity. Very, very good. He's like Mediboom, and he does a whole lot of skit stuff in his teaching. So he's either mildly shocking himself or reacting like he's being shocked just to teach you what not to do with electricity. He's younger than I am, but he's close in age. You can tell he's older, but he's got, thoroughly black hair. I can't see any gray in it, but that doesn't mean he doesn't use a wash. I've known a lot of people through my years that if, they stopped using, like that Grecian formula for men and all, they'd have hair that looked like mine instead of the solid black that they have. So who knows how old he is, but he's got all the weird edits and quick jump cuts, and then, make a quick shot, add the silly music to it, and then come back. And I watch some of these other people that are younger, and there's all these semi-random edits and adds to these things that make videos more amusing to watch. But oh boy, just trying to think of all the little things they do. I try and do some. I try to keep my videos pumped up periodically. But I'm just me. I don't have anybody else on my team. I'm a one-person show, and it's exhausting. I do what I can, and I try, and I'd love to do a bunch of more edits. And just to have those quick jumps and adds and add the sound effect or some sad music when you're going, oh, and such. So, of course, one of the bigger parts that I can't do stuff like that is very rarely do I have anything that's even halfway scripted. Unless I'm reading a short story, it's all just extemporaneous off the top of my head. And while I can at least talk, I can't always talk about things that are intelligent. So, joy. Still though, life is life. We do the best we can, and I'm doing the best I can and trying to do new things, and I know that we're all just trying to survive. And it is true, going for walkies, as I try to do, which I did not do last night, is not socially irresponsible by itself. If I went to a bar, like a lot of Americans tend to do, or someplace where people gather, I walk by when I'm going walkies, and I look at restaurants, and I see people still gathered in restaurants, and all I can think is, what the hell are you doing? I still have to go into stores because I don't have enough money or the capability to buy a bunch of stuff at once, because I largely have to carry everything when I go walkies. And that's how I have to get stuff home. I feel bad, horrible, like I'm doing something wrong just by going into a store to try and pick up stuff that I need. But life is life. And of course, switching to the new camera, I've opened a 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. Good, bad, indifferent. You took the time. You expended the calories. Thank you for having left me a comment. Thank you very much. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at that sort of thing. And of course, even though I count an American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my fibro, depression, untreated ADHD, and more, I'm lucky that I can remember anything at all. Now, let me open up my Chrome after I make sure I'm semi-centered. And my chair is semi-centered. Oh, gods above, my back is so bad. It is so horrible. Life is life, though. Did I open it up? Yes, I did. Midas, thank you very, very much. And Ali Shabiri, thank you very, very much. Jiggly Got Gaming, thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. Coaster UK, thumbs up and thank you. Kathy Kitscat, good to see you in the comments. Reckless Gaming with 3s instead of E's. That was hard to say. I don't know why. Colin Rise now, greatly appreciated. Elder Wolf 569, good to see you in the comments. Russian Timing, I want to keep a chatting and a talking, so, you know, be prepared. And Bailey Snyder, thumbs up and thank you. Luke Boy, thumbs up. Dylan Abbey, greatly appreciated. Zaki Daffa, I know I'm nowhere close, but thank you. 7625E, interesting name, but thank you very much. Vico, greatly appreciate. Paladin Wallium, thumbs up and thank you. Dolphin, greatly appreciate. Malcavius, I like the name, thumbs up. Type, with a capital E at the end, thumbs up. Then we have, I hope, Protector Drone, thumbs up and thank you much. Sebastian Ferris, greatly appreciated. Lol XD Gay, I hope I pronounced that, thumbs up and thank you. Ravrinda Banchu, hope I'm close. Adir Avraham, thumbs up. I hope I'm close. And Kieran Metallica fan, hey, it's good to see you in the comments. It's been a while. Thumbs up and thank you much. Definitely a good thing. And now, first though, I'm going to say this again. Thank you all so very much for having left me a comment. I appreciate it to no end. I am depressed and it is not good. And reaching out and contacting and talking to people, even in text, it helps. Thank you so very much. If you could check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign, or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. If you wanted to help me out, but you didn't want to send money to one of those two places, I have a PayPal link down below if you wanted to check that out. And if you wanted to help support me, but didn't want to send money, I also have an Amazon wishlist link down below. Things like cat food, hamster vetting, silly things, not silly things. If you could donate, that would be very awesome. But, Amelia! Oh, that kitty. That would be very awesome, but do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled, and if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. Amelia! Please, stop digging through that. She just loves to dig in her cat box. Gross. Anyway, if you could subscribe to the channel, that too would be very cool. Definitely a thumbs up. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. Definitely a thumbs up. And now, I've got this video. I've got another video that's all ready to be edited and rendered. I need to record something for later today. Hopefully I'm going to get a Reddit reading reaction done. I actually have some things to try and do, so hopefully I can get that done too. Definitely a good thing. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. And yes, once again, I forgot to change the sign. Good Lord, what is wrong with me? Obviously something or nothing at all. One or the other.